Hello, everybody. Let's jump to the second technical masterclass. And we are going to the MiniApps and MCP server at OpenAI and LLM ecosystem. Nice to meet you. I hope you can hear me good. Please write in the comments that everything is okay.
Hi, yes, we can hear you. So welcome back, everyone. Up next, we have Anton Saburov, CEO, and Oleg Pravdin, CTO at Cone VC. They will share their knowledge on building the new internet layer, MiniApps, MCP servers, and the OpenAI ecosystem. So Anton and Oleg, the floor is yours. Feel free to start whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we are here and we can start, right?
Yes, we can start. We hear you.
Super. Hello, everybody. My name is Anton. I'm CEO of the Kone VC, and here is my colleague Oleg. It's co-founder and CTO. First part is I'm speaking about the ecosystem, about vision, about new media, and all other things. And the second part from the Oleg, it's a technical masterclass about how you can create a MCP server, how you can edit, and more technical information. And on the last part, it's my part two, and I'm speaking about the promotion and all other things. Let's start. I represent Kone VC. We are making official OpenAI mini app, and this is not only about OpenAI. It's about LLM at most, because next one we're waiting for Claude and other LLM system, because mini app now it's a new generation. We're making we can make a distributional channel for your API, for your services and all other things, because we know now the LLM, it's a new generation, because if you reading the news, you know that, for example, in the OpenAI start the group chat, and it's interesting information, because it looks like a super app or a new ecosystem where our people try to live in the near future. We know a lot about MCP logic, how you can work with the context, more information, and we want to share with you all our research, all our technical stuff. For whom our masterclass and all our information. First one for creators. I don't think that in this masterclass we have a lot, but if you have your media, for example, on YouTube, on X, on other social media, it's good advice for you. Second one for AI SaaS, B2B SaaS. We know how we can find more clients and make more revenue. And for technical guys like API providers and data providers, because it's MCP, and MCP is a bigger part of for your ecosystem. And today we share more information and technical information how you can use it. First of all, let's start from the main information about the vision, because internet changed, and I want to share with you four periods of internet. First one, it's Web 1.0 from the 90s to 2005. It's a static websites. You can remember the forums and like portals from on HTML. It's a super. I like this period, and it's so, I think, cute and interesting. Next, it changed to the social media till at 2020. Social media, UGC, user-generated content, and most part of the people living is in Web 2.0, but it's not the end. And the next one, it's Web 3.0. It's a blockchain, decentralization, and most part of the people of society can't find this, because it's super difficult. You need to be like a early adopter or a tech guy, and most people going to the fourth era, and now it starts the LLM era, when you're working in the LLM apps like ChatGPT, Claude, and other thing, and Here is in our podcast, I want to share information about context media and what it is. Here is a new user experience, and it's only one part. It's only input you and communicate with the LLM. Short statistic for ChatGPT, it's 800 million users daily. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the next 2-3 years, it's I think X5 for this number. Second one, 2.5 billion queries daily. And we can work with it with a super easy part. On the left side, it's our previous information, how we can work with information. Here is a screenshot of YouTube. You can go to the search, find something, and watching all content what you need. But now it's a changed for context search. And on the right side, it's a mini app in the OpenAI ecosystem in ChatGPT, where you write your query. For example, I want more information about the AI tools. And here is what you can see. But not only all video. This is video with timestamps for the concrete period about information. For example, we are looking for about a presentation, and here is the video with timestamp. Here is additional information with tools, with information, what we can provide with your context. And here is context and LLM media. And today we share with you more information about the things. What's the logic? Super easy. On the left side, it's a queries from the users. On the right side, our MCP server with all these information, and this is our database. And on the center, it's what we have. We have the logic. For example, we have query, we have a lot of data, and we can match it how we need it. Second one is the targeting answer, because it's the right way. User want information for his tasks, and we can get the right information for it. Video with time codes, personal affiliate links. It's a new generation for advertising, because here we can don't send one affiliate link for all audience. We can share right affiliate links for the right person, right audience. Recommendation: we know what users want, and we can give for them information, promo codes, information, videos, and more and more and more, or what you can see in the ChatGPT and LLM. And the last one, it's a API. If you have API, we can integrate it to our application, to application for our clients. And here is working with context too. What's benefits for developers? First one, you don't need additional application or website. We can work without all the things, only working with LLM application like ChatGPT, Cloud, and other things. Second one, you don't need additional registration because you have all this audience and you don't need to make one and more part and steps, and it's super easy. Third one is users context, and you can work with it. It's super interesting because on this stage, I don't know the other platforms who can give for you a lot of this data about context and other things. Fourth one, it's you don't need additional AI engine. It's main and interesting because here is the users working with their personal AI tool, and here is he working with their tokens on this account, and you don't need your AI tokens, and it's for the first one it's cheap, and second one it's super optimized. And the last one, you can use only one API and add it for our mini apps, create your mini apps, and working here is with your API. It's super clear and without any problems. Here is how it's work. On the left side, your API. On the right side, your revenue, because we can share audience for you. We can share your API integrated to our ecosystem. And I hope we can The next one, Oleg share more information about. What to get with the Kone VC? First one, we can create LLM mini app for you. We know how we can do it. We can know all these processes, and you can trust us. Second one, we can get for you a potential audience because now our main stage, we are working with influencers, biggest influencers. It's millions and billions views and subscribers, sorry, and it's all our main audience. Third one, we can share our experience with new UX, working with the mini app and servers, MCP servers for you if you are interested, like in consulting parts. Next one, it's grow revenue because it's the main part of for us. If we know the context for users and we can give all these users for you equal revenue and paid audience. And the last one, the new distribution channel for you, because now ChatGPT mini apps working in beta testing, and I think main hype stage in the last of year, it's December or maybe January, and now it's a right time to go to this stage. Super. Thanks for short information on the part. And the next part, my colleague, Oleg Pravdin, it's my co-founder and CTO. Please look to this screenshot on the left side. It's a QR code to our GitHub project when you can find more technical information. And Oleg, I share microphone for you.
Okay, thank you, Anton. You represented very clear what we are doing. And now I demonstrate how it works. We discuss three cases. So, based on the cases, I hope that you see the benefits of the new UX and how it could be useful for both for end users and for businesses. So, first of all, I hope that you know about projects inside ChatGPT accessible in one click. I can switch between different projects. All projects are isolated, so it's context in one project does not affect context in another project. And the most useful, the most important one is these projects are much customizable. So it means I can prepare a project for any of my tasks. And so let's start with a simple case, how we can build a simple project, for example, to practice, learn and practice English. So within this project, we just add an instruction here. So this new project is created. I add instruction here. I put instruction. So, and here inside the instruction, I give all requirements for ChatGPT what to do. And using this instruction, ChatGPT helps me to practice different words. For example, I can set up a list of words, phrases which I'd like to train, list of grammar rules. So I'll ask him to correct me if I have any errors. And I ask him to maximize usage of training words in its responses. So it means that it's adapts its responses to my request. So such instruction is added. So, and now let's have a look how it works. First of all, I'll ask him to explain what's the project about. So in order to clarify if ChatGPT understood me clearly. So yes, he's summarized this instruction in just several words. Okay, he asked me if I'd like to simplify each response to specific English level. So of course you can change your English level instruction as required. So okay, yes, simplify, and then I ask a question. GPT. So asking him about climate in Serbia, for example. So it's and what I'm waiting from ChatGPT is that you can explain it in simple way, and moreover, it maximize usage of words and phrases. So now these words here are underlined. It's a clickable link. By clicking on this link, I open a dictionary where I can check a translation of this link, context, and any other information. All these links automatically are highlighted by ChatGPT. Also ask ChatGPT to add some useful links, for example, to play games. It's also not a problem. They add these links, and now I can use it. One more case, if I ask a question with some errors, so it's, for example, I want and so on, it's incorrect, and ChatGPT should correct me. So yes, initially he told me that I have to use I want, not I want. So it's also helped me to practice and to improve my English. And again, all words which are inside my instruction are highlighted, and I can click on any of this word to get more information about this word or phrase. So it's a useful case, but the main problem is that these trainer words and grammar rules are hard-coded inside the instruction. In order to update it, I have to change instruction. It's not convenient. And for these purposes, we can add MCP in order to automate this when trainer words updated view my activities, for example, in other mobile applications, or for example, by my tutor, private tutor, or by my school tutor, so I can update these training words for me. So for these purposes, we add MCPs. Okay, they can be added under settings. Here's a list of connectors. If you do it for the first time, so you have to activate developer mode. At this stage, it's in beta testing in ChatGPT. And now, via create, you can add any MCP connector, just adding here any link you like. So I added two connectors. First of all, I'd like to demonstrate practice languages. So it's a link to the MCP server. It's just a link to my server with a specific parameter. For example, this link could be provided by a mobile application where user is registered. This link already has a hash of this user to authorize it automatically. And also this MCP connection has one tool which allows to get actual list of training words and phrases for practice inside ChatGPT. So now, as soon as I added this connector, I create a new project, practice English, practice languages. So not only to practice English, you can practice any language. Moreover, you can practice simultaneously multiple languages. Inside this project, I also use instruction. For the third case, we won't use any instruction in order to strengthen usage of my MCP tools. Also, this instruction is customizable. Any customer can change it as she or he likes. So it's first instruction, and second step, I add a connector. There is a connector practice languages. So I add it, and now let's have a look what's going on backend. So on backend, so when ChatGPT added a new connector, it sends several requests. The first request is initialize. So ChatGPT sends me information about self, and which protocol it uses, and I have to respond with details about my MCP connector. And there are some tricks what I should specify in my response. First of all, I should specify that my MCP connector works inside chats. It's very important to add because by default, ChatGPT uses MCP connectors in deep research only. I don't know why, but it's a choice of ChatGPT. And second point, I define the scope of MCP connector, so it should work inside a specific project, not for all chats across ChatGPT, but for specific projects. And also here I described what's the MCP connector about. So it's using for to practice different words and grammar forms, and this list of words will be sent in my response. So it's a first request. And second, then, as soon as ChatGPT get initial information about my MCP connector, ChatGPT sent request tools list. So it asked me which tools are available inside this MCP connector. And here I sent the name of this tool, description, why it's tool about, and it's very, very important to send the correct input and output schema. So which information I'm waiting from ChatGPT and what information I provide to ChatGPT to enrich, to extend its response. So from ChatGPT, what I'm waiting for language, for example, which language the user asked the question. It's the first point. I'm waiting a list of mistakes, which mistakes were done by user when she or he types a prompt. So it's also very important for further processing and preparing next responses. And also I asked him for user interest in order to prepare a list of words relevant to this interest. So it's input schema, what I'm waiting from ChatGPT, and output schema, what I provide to ChatGPT. I provide array of words to train. So it's a link of this word and a value of this word. Yeah, it's my response. And also I provide some relevant links. It could be links to some mobile applications and anybody else. So that's all. Now our application is initialized. ChatGPT asked me all required data. Let's try to ask a question for ChatGPT. So it's now it's as you can see, it starts looking for some tools. So it's check. Okay, there is a tool named get training words. So it prepared information according to my input schema. So it specified what interests. That's why the native language is Serbian. That target language, practicing language is English. The question was in English question, English language. And here for the first request, I have to confirm it. Okay, me as customer confirm this request. So now ChatGPT waiting for response from my MCP server. I've sent a list of words, and now we can check the response. That's a response from my MCP server. Here's a list of words to practice. For example, word job and link to this dictionary for this word, word country and link, and so on. Okay, and let's check. So it's ChatGPT prepared a short response, but it tries to maximize usage of these words. For example, this word weather, I don't know what's that. Okay, it's understand what's this. So I can click on any of these words, and now I'm using them. I'm using them. I practice them inside my ChatGPT sessions. So let's have a look again at responses. What's going on here? Okay, ChatGPT sent me a tools call. So it's a request with some information, what I asked and what language and what my interests. And on my part, I prepared this response with a list of words to train. Okay, let's have a look at the code. So it's for developing MCP servers. I'm using Postgre database, and moreover, I implement business logic inside Postgre. It calls database driven approach. If it's interesting, you can ask questions and we can discuss it after our presentations. And within this example, I prepared this response for initialize, was how to initialize this MCP connector, description of output and input schemas. And here's on sending request tools call, I prepare a list of words from users dictionary. And based on actual dictionary, this list is generated. And also prepared some relevant links to publish inside this response. So based on this information, ChatGPT prepared response, added all required words, and some relevant links. And here I can see my dictionary. It's tomorrow I can click here, my dictionary. So it's my actual dictionaries where I can add some new words. For example, skate. It's one we talk about. It's skate, winter, snow, summer. So it's you can add any word. So this words could be added by your tutor or anybody else. Then, when I ask, for example, question in my native language, yes, ChatGPT doesn't use any tool. It starts responding immediately. Yes, as you can see, it didn't send any request to my backend. Then when I switch to English again, so for example, he told me about Zlatibor, so I can go in winter, and so I'd ask a question in English, and again I see a call to MCP server. Here, what I see that I made a mistake because tail2 it's incorrect. It's correct to tell me this without 2. So this information is collected on the backend, and then, for example, private tutor can analyze these mistakes and prepare a next lesson considering these mistakes, and so adjust this lesson, make it more productive. So in me as a student, I can practice English language in seamless mode. So I don't spend time on learning. I just ask any questions which are actual for me right now. I practice English by having words. What's here is a new word we just added to a dictionary, and here it's already in our response. So I practice this word. So and yes, and so this information, yes, I send to tutors, and they can analyze it anytime. Well, so it's a second case when I using ChatGPT, I ask any actual questions and performance for me in English, I receive adaptive response, and I can check any words, any additional rules, any mistakes within this response. Okay, that's the case number 2. As we can see that tutor can manage my practice. She can add any new rules or any new words, and based on the information, I start practicing them in a very easy way. Let's go to the next topic. The last but not the least is a connector. So it's one more connector. It's this connector with application. So it could be more interesting for you. So it calls Startup Assistant. It has several tools. It's one tool which requests a relevant context from our database, depending on the input user's input prompt, and also it process event inside this application, click event. So it's when a customer click on which button. So it's also a link. here. So, and link is customized for specific blog. So it's this application is customized for YouTube blog called Silicon Valley Girl. So now we edit it, and again we add new project. In this case, I don't add any instruction, and I just adding this tool, nothing more. It's very easy for customer to add new application, just adding a new connector and create a new project and then this connector inside this project. So now I can start asking different questions. Okay, yes. First of all, let's check what's happening on backend before asking the questions. So in this case, we see some more requests. First request is again initialize, but here inside this response, I added usage of this MCP connector inside deep research, not only inside chat. It's also scoped in the project. And I've added an instruction. So this instruction is added here when on initialization of MCP connector, not separately inside the project, but inside MCP connector initialization. The second point again asked for available tools, and I prepared a different response, different compared to previous case. So also declared tools here. So, but for each tools, I set this information that these tools are accessible inside widget. So now later we'll see how it widget works. Again, it's described input-output schema. What each of this tool about. Here for this tool, get context for project, I set the name of this widget. So it means that when ChatGPT calls these tools, it has to open this widget. It's a MiniApp after my response. So here's some brief explanation what it should do. So interesting cases, I asked them to prepare for me not just a raw user's prompt, but a list of text which were extracted from this prompt. And on my part, I sent a list of texts which are relevant for me for content of my blog. It could be a rather long list, for example, you can see here. And based on this list, ChatGPT should convert input user prompt into relevant text and set up a weight. Here's tag weight for each tag. It's also very important in order to find the most relevant video here. And also for output, I prepare details for widget. So which it's information, it's data for to use in a React template. For example, in our case, we display a picture here. We display an external link to YouTube video and display a brief description of this video. And so also we sent a follow-up instruction of what to do for ChatGPT after my response. And it's also a very important point because this follow-up instruction could be customized after each response. For example, the first response, you can give one follow-up instruction, after second response, another, and so on. So it's a way to manage the behavior of ChatGPT. And also I added some related links related to the user's request, and I asked in ChatGPT to embed these links seamlessly into this response. It's not just a promotion or some other kind of advertisement. It's just a clear and consistently embedded. So here we can see this is list of rules for ChatGPT is much longer, and also it has some specific metadata to open widget, web widget. Okay, and As I send this information about widget, ChatGPT send me one more call. Read resources. So ChatGPT wants to know more information about this widget. What is it? What is it about? And so on. And also asked for code, HTML code of this widget. And on my part, I sent yes, name widget, text. It's HTML code of this widget. It's rather simple. Here specifies that I'm using two files, external files, CSS and JS files. These files will be loaded inside this application. So I declared list of resources which are available inside the MiniApp and a brief description of the MiniApp. Okay, so it's just initialization. So ChatGPT sent me some requests. I sent relevant responses, and now ChatGPT knows what to do when I start working with ChatGPT. Okay, let's check. So it's asking. I prepared a project which helps me to manage my startup business. And here I'd like to answer any relevant questions for my business and waiting for response of ChatGPT. So as a rule, the first response it's provided without usage of external tools, without MCP connectors. But when I ask the next request, so as a rule, it's ChatGPT. Yeah, so it's starting tool. Okay, so it calls the tool. I confirm. Okay. When we're waiting for response, you can play a game. It's also implemented in our chat, in our application. And now our backend selected one of relevant video from this YouTube channel. And ChatGPT displayed this video, display button where I can open this video, and moreover, it's not open from the beginning, it's open from specific seconds. And now let's have a look what's inside. It was my initial question, and of course YouTube knows all relevant context from my previous questions. So that's why it prepared multiple texts, for example, YouTube content, but I didn't told nothing about YouTube in my last message. So, but YouTube knows it. ChatGPT knows it from my previous request. So it prepares some relevant text. Based on this text, I prepared a response sent to ChatGPT, and so ChatGPT put this response into its internal storage. Its internal storage, my MiniApp is connected to this internal storage, and that's why this information is displayed, the relevant information, which was sent in response. Yet, a minute later, we'll see how it works step by step. Okay, and then ChatGPT prepared a detailed response, and of course, considering my follow-up instruction and my relevant context. And also, it's maybe it's yeah, ask him to add links if it's relevant. But now, as you can see, ChatGPT haven't added any links inside its response because they were not relevant for this text. Okay, let's have a look. What's inside? Again, we check our logs. And here is a call. So ChatGPT send me a request. So it's requires this tool, get context. Yeah, that's a text which were extracted from user input. So this information which were received on my site. Yeah, and also it's at the stage I don't know. ChatGPT does know user ID. It was generated later, so it's I automatically register a new customer, and then this user ID is stored in permanent ChatGPT storage. So it's the same user ID is used on all devices where ChatGPT with under the same account is run. So it's For example, if I start continue using ChatGPT on my mobile device, mobile application, so ChatGPT will send me the same user ID. Okay, so let's check what I responded with. So I responded that it's necessary to use application, so it's accessible. Yes, and I sent a structured content. It's very important to respond with this object, and this content has several sections. The first section is information from mobile application. This data will be used by a React template inside this application to display data. Here's the picture URL, here's external URL, and here's user ID. Yes, you can see, and this user ID is stored now after this response is stored inside permanent widget storage and will be used for all further requests. It helps me to provide some information, relevant information for, namely from this user. I know all his or her previous requests, and so I can prepare a relevant responses. So this is a follow-up instruction, what to do, how to add relevant link, how to start, and so on. Of course, you can change this instruction on any response. So it's absolutely customizable. It helps to manage ChatGPT very, very flexible, and also send some relevant link. But as we can see, in this responses, these links were not relevant. Yeah, and also send some additional context which could be used by ChatGPT to prepare its response. Okay, so it's my response from my MCP server to ChatGPT. Now let's have a look how it works. So again, I built business logic inside the database. It's PostgreSQL, and the language is called PGSQL. So it's PGSQL language. Now when I get this request, I execute a simple, rather simple SQL query, and within one SQL query, I process a request. I extract this text, so I evaluate the values. Then I select relevant data from my storage, content storage. I post-process it, and I build a response to ChatGPT. So all this steps are inside one multiple different frameworks to use them. So it works very quickly, very stable. So it's I think it's a very interesting approach. Not many developers use it, but again, if it's interesting, I can explain it more details. So it's rather simple code, but it provides a relevant content based on customer request. So it's let's check one more question, and then we discuss what's inside the mobile applications. Oh yes, again, they asked me about which students here. So it's I asked I responded that I want to serve students who want to practice foreign languages. So again, it sent me some new text considering this question. Yes, it prepared video. It could be another video. So and it responds with details. And moreover, it's implemented these links because it helps me to solve the problem, the question which are sent in my query, my request. So okay, let's have a look. Yes, first of all, yes, let's see that tool called click event. It was clicked during my previous session. So it's within this tool sent me information about user. So now it uses the same user ID for any request and sent external URL So it helps me to analyze which tools are demanded by users. So it's useful for analytics. And then again, I respond here. Here is just this response, very simple, that I confirm that I received this query, and so nothing to do, it's necessary to change on on the site of ChatGPT. Okay, yes, and if we refresh, we'll see a new call which was sent with a new text. It was my last query, and again it prepared relevant information with required text, required follow-up, and so on. So that's a typical flow how it works on the side of ChatGPT and backend. So let's have a look at frontend. Frontend for mobile application is rather simple, and moreover, ChatGPT recommended to make it as simple as possible, and to build this application is small, so based on concrete user query. No need to build a difficult multi-page applications. Should be one-page applications, which is adapted for concrete user prompt. So this, as a rule, this MiniApp consists of two major parts. The first part is OpenAI library. So we have declared types of OpenAI. Here I can use, for example, dark or light theme. I can get information about user agent, user language, display mode, and so on. And also here is information which I can manage during my responses. So it means that on each my response, all data is put inside tool output object. Yeah, and here is this described variance enumeration for device type, for display mode, and so on. Yes, here is a declaration of types, and the second file is declaration of methods. So the first method, I can read this data from window OpenAI object. Here, this object contains all required data for this, and also I can update this data. So it helps to communicate with OpenAI, with OpenAI storage from my MiniApp. So, and it's important to mention that this MiniApp is run inside iframe. So it's necessary to use a specific ChatGPT API to connect with its storage. Well, also I can manage widget permanent storage. It's a widget state call. I can set data there. I can read data from this storage. So I can call any tool when using this application. And moreover, ChatGPT recommended not to use your own API to interact between your MiniApp and your backend. It's recommended to use tools, so and to connect via ChatGPT with these applications. And also it's possible to change mode, so to become the application for full screen. For example, if it contains a lot of data. And also from my application, I can send a message to ChatGPT chat here. It will be displayed here, this message. And in order to open external URL like this one, yeah, I'm using method open external URL. So that's basic libraries from OpenAI. So also included inside GitHub, so you can have a look at them, you can download and use them. And here is some application. It's not a big, as you can see, so it's not many rows here. On each request to MCP connector, so after each response, ChatGPT runs this app, runs this code. So, and during this code, I read all settings from ChatGPT storage. So it's about display mode, about height and theme and so on. And also I read actual tool output. This object contains all data which was sent here from my backend. So all this data now stored in tool output. I can use it here. So, and as soon as I have access to backend response, I start processing it. First of all, I update the user session ID. So it's if it's not empty, I store it inside permanent widget storage in order to use it for further requests, and moreover to synchronize it with ChatGPT across all devices where user use ChatGPT. Then I analyze if a mobile device or not, and based on this data, I select the relevant data from my response. For example, which picture to display for mobile application could be one picture, for desktop it could be another picture, which description, which external URL, and so on. So you can manage it as you like here. And also I declared a function how to process click on YouTube button. During this click, I open, yes, again, a tool. So it's built-in tool, open external URL. I open a YouTube video, and I call tool called click event with the parameters, which user called it and which video was used. So this information sent to my backend. Again, I can see it here. It's a click event. So I see this data. So, okay, it's ChatGPT sent it to me. And now I can analyze it as I like. I can send a new response. I can update tool output on my response. And in this case, this application becomes very, very interactive. So it's not a problem to add multiple tools. So to update tool output as you like. So, and it affects, of course, on MiniApp, because MiniApp is based on React. So it's reactive. Any changes of tool output, all your vision. So it changes visual picture. And the last step is some React template. So declared here. So first of all, if no data in tool output, so when ChatGPT is waiting for response from MCP server, as you could see, I start a simple game. Here is a waiting status. It's a game. It was developed by ChatGPT. So it's you can develop any game on your own or using vibe coding. It's not a problem. Then I check if a picture is presenting. If not presenting, I display no code content found. If presenting, I just display it with all relevant description and declare watch button. So with a function, what to do on click, the event. So that's all. It's as you can see, it's a rather simple application. In order to demonstrate that it's some reactive, let me check. Let me change a little my response. So for example, I sent an empty picture on response. So, and I'm waiting that after my next question. So let's, okay, he asked me which languages like to publish in my future YouTube blog. And so it's again, while waiting. Yeah, and now as you can see, it didn't display any picture. It displayed no content found. Why? Because I've just changed my response here. As you can see, it's very easy to implement. It's very interactive. It's not a problem to manage it as you like. So it's and step by step, user can solve the problems, and on each step, it provided with relevant content with his or her favorite blogger. So it finds this information for them and extended responses from ChatGPT. It's also very important. So it makes less hallucination on site of ChatGPT and also very useful for users. So with its 3 cases, as you can see, we just created 3 projects, and for me it's very easy to switch between them. When I want to practice any languages, I just switch them here and I continue asking a question in English language or anything else. All code is published here inside GitHub. I sent a link in chat of this Zoom call, and also Anton will display it in presentation when I return my screen to him. Just a few words about it. Just here's some brief explanation how to set up it. Here inside this GitHub, you can see examples of each request and response on all methods. It's initialize tool list. Here's some example. This example on resource list and so on. So it's enough to implement such responses in your MCP server, and it should start working. Also I publish here sources for example of this application. Here is libraries from ChatGPT to use how to interact with ChatGPT internal storage, and some example. So it's how it could be used for a simple application. Okay, so it's I think it's a brief introduction for current possibilities and opportunities for all developers, because you develop such applications, such MCP connectors in very short terms, and you can promote it very quickly, because ChatGPT is already a huge user audience. So about 1 billion audience, and it's one more important benefit of such UX, that MCP Model Context Protocol is supported by all popular LLMs like Claude, like Gemini. So if you develop one MCP connector for ChatGPT, you can use the same connector for all other LLMs. It's also very, very convenient. So, and again, if you have any questions, welcome on my site. I try to answer them and show some more additional information. So, Anton, please continue.
Yeah. Thanks, Oleg. I continue and switch to presentation. And here is a core code with GitHub to the project. Please check it, and I hope it's useful. And it's interesting question, because nowadays the application it's super easy. You can do it with, for example, our right way, but more important, it's how you can promote your application, and especially it's MiniApps. And here is we can help you. This is on the screen. You can see the creators what we work with. It's it's dozens of creators with the mass channels. It's a lot of the subscribers, and here is our promoting campaign, our promoting way, when each creators share for their audience their official MCP and MiniApp. And we know this audience, and we can work here with the context links, for example. We can work with promote your application, and how it works. If you are work with us, like our partner, we can share your context links. It's I mentioned before, it can be it can be AI and B2B SaaS. It can be API providers. It can be data providers for the B2C or for B2B segments. and it can be creators, and we share your content for other audience. It's a lot of the use cases, and here is how we can do it. The next one, I want to share with you 3 use cases, and this is our last block of presentation. And as Oleg mentioned, please share your questions on the Q&A session, and we answer for it on the next 5-10 minutes. What? Here is the use cases. For the first one, it's a B2B SaaS. Users can use your official app. Yeah, we catch the query, for example, how to make the beautiful presentation, how you can recommend for us new AI tools and something like this. We add the link for the client's app to the reply. It's a link to your API, to your application, to your, for example, website. It's like Web 2.0 way. And the clients grows revenue. Yeah, you can earn more money, you can get more clients, and so on. It's how it works in B2B SaaS. The second one, it's about API providers. And here is, you can use our apps, our network, because we have apps nowadays for creators, for travel segments, for the educational segment. And you have an API for this segment, we can work with you. And you have additional segments, for example, I don't know, for something about for adults, for other thing, economics, and other thing, we can build app for your direction to and promote. Yep, next way we match to the right queries, like a previous example, and we show for the users relevant opportunities. For example, if the users ask about how to build the beautiful presentation, we can give the choice for the users. He can go to your app, or he can make presentation in our app, and we use your tokens or resell tokens. It depends on the business model, and you can get paying customers. It's the same. You don't need an application. You can use our application and promote your API through our application. And the third case is that the AI SaaS, and here is the same. We can make official apps, and we can share these apps to across our network, and super easy. And you can get apps with the users and with the revenue. And this is the, I think, smart way to a lot of the AI creators who are using vibe coding and other things. Yeah. And I think it's the last part of our presentation. And here is, please share a brief intro about yourself, about your product to our email, dev@connect.vc. And here is our LinkedIn. It's Oleg's LinkedIn and my LinkedIn. And feel free to ask about our experience, how you can promote your application or make application. And we know it, a lot of cases, and we can make it with like a partners. Yeah, now it's the time for Q&A session. Please, I know in this session around 20 and more people, please write your ask about our experience, and I and Oleg share our feedback to your questions if you have. I think we can wait for 3-5 minutes, right, and answer for your answers. Yeah. And if you don't have the question, please please write the count from 1 to 10 about the useful information. It's okay for you, it's interesting. What do you think about this direction for LLM, about LLM ecosystem and new UX? Okay. And let me, for the last one, a little bit describe the next near future. I think near future, a lot of the audience are going to the LLM, because now it's a lot of, and I think the next half of year, it's more and more, and it's a right way to go in here. Like it's not the hype, it's our real life and the new UX inside the LLM apps. And it's a group chats, it's a payment collaboration with PayPal, and next one it's a Visa and a MasterCard. Here it's a MiniApps, and you can solve a lot of the tasks. And I think it's super interesting. And here is a good way to make something inside this ecosystem. Yeah. Oleg, maybe you can share some.
Yeah, I'd like to add some information. Yes, Karin, your idea about new UX. So in my vision, it will be look like App Store. For example, it's inside ChatGPT will be published multiple mini apps, and customer can add any mini app in one click or several mini app in one click inside any app project and use them in their daily life. So it's very important that it's not necessary to switch between multiple applications, to learn these applications, to install them, to understand how it works, to be limited with this application. It's also important because in such approach, when you can ask any question inside ChatGPT, when you can customize your instruction as you like. So it depends on you, not on the developer of mobile application. It depends on you. So and also you can use simultaneously multiple applications. Also very important because for one prompt, one question could be used one or two applications. For another prompt, another application. And again, when I use, for example, any mobile app, I'm limited with this app. It doesn't use apps, other apps during my session. But that's the point, and I think it's a huge opportunities, huge benefits, both for end users because they gain much better experience. So I can solve my problems, my daily problems, business or private, doesn't matter, very, very effectively in very easy way in one place. Very easy to switch between projects. I can expand it as much as I like. So, but for example, if I use it from any application, I have to wait a lot of time when developer publish new versions with new features and so on. In this case, I can just expand it by adding some additional application. Or moreover, it's not a problem to create my own application using web coding. I'm sure that many platforms will be adapted to mini apps. As a result, all my projects are customized for me, for my preferences, for my demands, and it's very easy to use them, to implement them, and it's no need for me to use third-party applications. Why? I can do the same inside ChatGPT, and it's a real trend. It's not a long trend. I hope that within the next year we'll see the huge shift from previous user experience when they have to set up multiple applications, use multiple websites, to a new one. Yeah, okay, I have one place. I have a favorite LM. Someone likes ChatGPT, someone likes Gemini, Claude, doesn't matter. So I set up this environment as I like for my demands, and I use it and I expand it to unlimited. So it's unlimited opportunities. So it's for me, Anton, now we are trying multiple features, and moreover, it's ChatGPT publish new features almost every week. So it's not easy to follow these updates. Of course, ready to share experience with you, and it would be great if some of you are interested in the same business models, the same user experience. Let's connect, let's share our experience. It's very important, and together we can build a rather interesting and powerful environment. So it's for users.
Yeah, I see your connection to LinkedIn, and I think we can stop here. And thanks for watching. Thanks for this presentation at Masterclass, and see you in the DM, in the direct message. And have a good conference. And yeah, bye-bye for everybody.
Anton and Oleg, thank you so much for an interesting presentation, and thank you so much for being a part of this year's Data Science Conference. We will now have a short break and continue with the program at 13:30.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. Bye.